Hello, one and all. Welcome to Tinkering with Ariel. We are here at Grocery Getter Garage. It is day 2, part 2 of the swap. We are finishing up putting the car back together. Of course, we did get it to run last night and it shot a couple of flames, which is really cool. But we just had to finish putting everything back together so it can run consistently, of course. And we have like axles, the headers to put on. Anyways, so hopefully getting it back together today, getting it on the road so you guys can see me experience VTEC for the first time. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so this is where we left off last night. We did finish off the studs and we did put the gasket on this morning already, but we just got started. So should be able to get this car up and running, at least continually running by the end of today. We're probably, again, not going to put the AC in. We're not going to worry about that too much, but we're going to definitely get rid of, the cable, clutch. We're going to do a hydro conversion kit, which I've never experienced before, so that should be fun, as well as experiencing VTEC. I'm sure I'll probably stall a couple times before I even get to VTEC because of the hydro clutch. But should be fun, and I'll take you guys along with us. Yay! And this is where I have to rotate it for the splines, or just put it on? Mm-hmm. I think it's on. The splines, I mean. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's on. It just won't stay on. Mm-hmm. I can't. I'm not strong enough to do this. Okay. I can't hold it on and do this.
I mean, yes, it's strength, but it's also technique. And trust me, it took a long time to figure out how to do it right. Okay.
Good? Yeah. Okay, so quick update. We are moving on to the traction bar and the radiator. So we're trying to get that in. Unfortunately, the arms of the traction bar were in the way, so we had to drop the traction bar. We were trying to avoid that because the radiator, obviously, is sitting on the traction bar or is held by the traction bar. So it's not going to be easy to get both the radiator up and hold that still while we also try to get the traction bar on. But, yeah, you guys get the enjoyment of seeing how that goes. So hopefully it goes well. So we will see. So the whole reason that we are having the traction bar basically hold up the radiators because someone had cut the core supports for the actual radiator itself, which apparently are down here. So they got cut, but it works, so just gotta deal with it. That's why it's not going to be easy to put the traction bar up with the radiator.
And you're going to pull the radiator up to put the top pin in these holes.
Hold it from the side.
Good.
Okay, so we got it in. Radiator is in, as well as the traction bar. So this is almost completely in. So this is what he was putting in while I was holding the radiator. That way it just holds itself up and we don't have to have anybody up there holding it. But these are the core supports that were cut for the radiator, which is why we can't just, hook up the radiator and go from there. This is, the traction bar is actually holding up the radiator. So, traction bar is almost in. As you see, this is where the arms, like we were saying before, the arms would get in the way of the tranny. And so we wouldn't be able to, and it would get in the way of the pulley. So we wouldn't be able to just pop it up underneath. That's why we had to remove it. But it's in. It works. Traction bar is almost in. Radiator is almost in as well. Alright, so forgot to show you guys, these are the old axles. So this was the driver's side one. I was showing you guys that the boot's completely gone. Yeah, it's pretty much toast. There is quite a bit of grease left in there, but it's to the point of it's not spewing out anymore onto my wheels. So it's drying up. So definitely needed new axles either way, regardless of the swap. Okay, so both wheels are on, axles are perfectly fine. We're doing typical things right now, which is we're getting some coolant put in, because it's, has no coolant. And then we're going to do the oil, because we already did the oil filter and drain the old oil, so we're putting new oil in. Doing the last couple of things, the throttle body cable is already put in. We have to find a couple more little tubes and stuff, but we are definitely getting there. So, yep, I might mess around with it once we get coolant in, just to have fun, but pretty cool. But I'm not going to film all the oil and coolant stuff because that's typical, not typical maintenance, but it's typical, it's boring. You guys don't want to see that, I'm sure. Alright, so I just want to give you guys a quick update. So we put oil in, oil's already in, we are doing the coolant right now, but we have quite a few hoses that we have to get, so we don't want to put coolant in and just have it go everywhere. So I'm going to get some coolant in, or sorry, we have to get some hoses and then coolant to put in the car, and then we should hopefully be able to get started on the clutch. Got most of it pretty much ready, so I'm thinking it should be done by today. We will see. And of course you guys will come along and see me experience VTech for the first time. So, pretty cool. Okay, so we are fixing the tune that's on the S300 right there. So, it was idling quite a bit high when we had it running for just a little bit. Idling right around 1500 to 2. So, we figured there's a different tune on there. So we plugged it in, got it all set up. So we're putting on a stock Type R ECU.